You can't walk into a new sunrise wearing last night's clothes. You've been wearing names I'm slow, I'm not enough. I always miss my timing like ribbons wrapped around your soul. Today we lay them down, right now. Florence Scovel Shinn taught the simple blazing truth the outer world answers the sound of your words. Words don't just describe, they shape. When your mouth agrees with the truth, reality gets rewritten. What keeps you stuck isn't a lack of willpower. It's an attachment to an expired identity. You don't have to fight the old. You simply replace it with a new rhythmic, authoritative word. Picture this. Julia, 42, used to start every morning with, "I'm always behind." She changed one line, "I'm on time with my destiny." 3 weeks later, she was sending applications on time, fielding callbacks, and the door she'd waited for finally opened, not by luck, but because her new identity led the way. Mark, a small shop owner, stopped saying, "I'm bad with money," and began, "I manage cash flow like someone trustworthy." He made a simple tracking sheet, stopped apologizing for fair pricing, and the leak stopped. When words change, life changes. You deserve to live like a walking declaration, calm and powerful, humble and abundant. To make this practical, try this 3-minute morning frame starting tomorrow. Breathe and set intention, 0:30. Hand on heart, whisper, "Today I agree with the truth about me." One embodiment line. One show. Pick a stuck area, money, relationships, health, or work, and speak in the present tense. Money. I circulate wealth in order and joy. Relationships. I am loved and I love safely. Health. I am awake, vitality. Work, I deliver on time with precision. One micro action, 1:30. Tie your word to a tiny step right after. Send the overdue email, move $10 to the emergency fund, clear one drawer. That's you rolling the stone so the miracle can walk out. Here's a 5-point checklist, Shinn style, for any affirmation you craft. Present tense, no, I will know, trying. Affirmative, not poor, but I circulate in sufficiency. Specific, one quality, one outcome. Rhythmic, short, breathy, heartbeat friendly. Actionally linked, one small step within 4 hours. Right now, speak this aloud, not as a wish, but as a gentle decree. I no longer answer to the old names. I step out under grace in perfect order. Keep it on your lips as you wash your face, brew your coffee, and step outside. If your feelings lag behind, add a bridge. Even if I still feel slow, I choose the side of truth. In the next part of this video, we'll open the law of substitution, how to lower one voice and raise another, plus a 7-day morning funeral ritual that's simple and deep, and 3 clincher phrases to tear up every unconscious contract with labels that no longer belong to you. Keep going, because one right word can open the whole door. The law of substitution and the power of I am. Imagine 2 voices living inside you. One is familiar and tired, always whispering, "Take it slow, don't expect much," and the other is quiet but luminous, calling you by your true dignity. The law of substitution says you don't need to argue with the first voice. You simply let the second speak louder. Reality doesn't bow to complaint, reality obeys declaration. You might ask, if I'm still afraid, isn't it fake to talk differently? A gentle, honest answer: feelings are passengers, words are the driver. You don't speak to deny emotion. You speak to guide emotion home. Many of us grew up in the noise of be realistic and be humble, and sometimes that humility hardens into a tight mask. The law of substitution removes the mask not by fighting, but by changing the sentence. Meet Maya, a single mom in Austin. Each time she opened her banking app, she'd hiss, "I'm bad with money." That sentence acted like a filter in her brain, showing her only what confirmed it. Bills, late fees, flat tires. One night, she swapped the command, "I circulate wealth in order and joy under grace." She taped it to her fridge and attached a micro-action 2 minutes nightly to review inflow, outflow, and plug one tiny leak. 21 days later, the big deal wasn't just a higher balance, it was a new identity, from sorry for existing to steward of the flow. Identity shifts behavior. Behavior shifts reality. That's how the law of substitution works. One voice down, one voice up. You cannot say, I am unworthy and I am anointed in the same breath without splitting your power. Choose one. When you speak, I am in the present tense, you're laying the cornerstone of your inner architecture. Don't beg the future. Issue a decree to now. Consider Ethan in Denver, an engineer who kept missing promotions because of an unconscious line. I'm not good at public speaking. He didn't start with skills. He started with a sentence I present clearly and on time with my truth. He added rhythm before each meeting, a 4-4-4-4 breath, then the line once slow, once clear, once as a command. 3 months later, he was asked to lead the sprint review and heard clear and solid. Not magic, just structure rearranged by speech. Here's the psychology, cognitive dissonance, the gap between what you say and what you feel. When you declare above your emotions, the gap appears. Don't panic. That's old bone separating so new bone can grow. Use a bridge line. Even if I still feel slow, I choose the side of truth. This escorts confused feelings across the river until they match your words. Maybe you're thinking I tried positive talk and it failed. It didn't fail because you spoke positively. It failed because your actions re-signed the old contract. The law of substitution doesn't stop at the lips, it drops into a small step within 24 hours. Words are the blueprint. The tiny step is the brick. Without bricks, a palace is a dream. Without a blueprint, bricks make a pile. You need both. Now look squarely at the voice of affliction and the voice of ascension. Affliction whispers, I'm always late. Ascension declares, I am on time by grace and discipline. Affliction says, money is hard. Ascension answers, money circulates through me in order and respect. Affliction groans, people don't choose me. Ascension proclaims, I'm the natural choice because I serve clearly. The 3S, framework spot, substitute, seal spot, identify. Catch the old sentence, write it exactly, no makeup. Example, I procrastinate. Substitute, replace. Present tense, affirmative. Rhythmic, I complete on time with clarity. Seal, lock in. Attach one micro action within 4 hours. Send the dangling email schedule a 15-minute finish session. Move $10 into savings. Seal it with under grace and in perfect order, it is done. 10 I am declarations, read slowly with rhythm, money. I circulate wealth with respect and clarity. Work I deliver on time with serene precision. Relationships, I am safe in mature love. Health, I am awake, balanced vitality. Confidence, I stand upright in gentle truth. Creativity, I receive ideas on time and execute cleanly. Discipline, I choose the right thing before the easy thing. Communication, I speak little, exact, and weighty. Boundaries, I am kind and unmistakably clear. Sowing and reaping, I sow right words. I reap right results. 5 common affirmation. Mistakes and fixes, using the future, I will. Shift to present, I am man. Using negation, not poor. State the positive, I circulate sufficiency. Too long or vague, trim to 8-12 words, heartbeat friendly. No action attached. Add 1 micro step right after speaking. Big talk, opposite life. Pick 1 domain and do 1 small honest step for 7 days. The 90-second change. The record ritual. 30 seconds. Breathe evenly, hand over heart. 30 seconds, speak 1 declaration, 3 times, slow, steady, decisive. 30 seconds, take the micro action now, send 1 text close, 1 loop. If by day 3, the old voice pushes back parading evidence and stirring memories, smile and reply, I hear you, and I choose truth. Then return to the rhythm. Gentle consistency, that's how the law of substitution works. No raw, just steady ascent. I invite you to begin a small ritual right in the comments. Write the old sentence you're burying and the new sentence you're choosing. For example, old I procrastinate. New I finish clean on time. Public writing isn't for show. It's how you tell your mind the new contract is signed. And if you want to go further, drop your city, New York, Dallas, Seattle. Let a community map appear, people learning to speak from the throne, not the pit. Each evening will tap a heart on your declarations like a gentle amen. In the next segment, I'll give you the morning funeral ritual, a 5-minute schedule to bury the old voice and crown the new one in the mirror. The Jericho rhythm, so your words carry enough force to bring walls down, and 3 contract-breaking phrases to cut off old roles tied to family work or memory. Don't step away one more beat and you'll hear it clearly. You rise from within your own word. The morning. Funeral ritual. The mirror and the Jericho rhythm. Dawn doesn't just color the sky. It turns the page of your soul if you let the word lead. Before the world tells you what today will be, let your mouth declare who you are. Each morning we hold a gentle funeral. We bury the old voice, the one of lack and lateness, and we crown a royal one, the voice that speaks from the throne, not the pit. That's not poetry, it's psychology. Your brain's attention filter looks for whatever you declare first. Say it early, and your mind spends the day gathering proof. That's why the morning ritual is the rudder of reality. Stand before a mirror, not to hunt for flaws, but to meet your own eyes like a friend entrusted by spirit. Hand over heart, breathe, 4 even counts. First whisper to soothe your inner child. Today I choose the side of truth. Then speak plainly as if briefing an invisible team. Today I rise. The old is buried under grace. Finally decree it like signing a warrant. I walk in perfect order, and I behave like one who has already won. 3 voices whisper clear decree map to 3 layers of the psyche, soothing, orienting, commanding. You're not forcing feelings to flip. You're inviting them to follow the cadence of your word. Why rhythm? Because body and mind obey rhythm faster than arguments. Think Jericho walls fell when people marched in a pattern and sounded the trumpet together. Today your trumpet is your voice, and your 7 circuits are 7 rhythmic repeats of one short present tense line. Read it to your breath, once slow, once steady, once decisive, then 4 times, like a marching cadence. That's how posture rises and the chest opens, not from self-hypnosis, but from nervous system alignment with your declared identity. On practice days, use 7 repeats the Jericho rhythm. What about bills, emails, hard things? The ritual won't work for you. It changes the worker in you. Identity shifts the hand that does the task. So, after your line roll a small stone, pick one micro-action under 3 minutes and do it immediately. Send a received reply book, a 15-minute finish session, move $10 to savings, clear a single drawer. Word is fire. Action is the smoke that proves fire is real. Make the micro-action part of the ritual do it before touching your phone. You will feel resistance, the gap between the new line and old memory. Don't call it fake. That rumble is just chains breaking. When it swells slow, the cadence raise the voice a notch and add a bridge. Even if the feeling isn't here yet, I choose truth right now. It's rhythm therapy. No arguing with a midnight child, just rocking it back to sleep in the word. I've watched this reset an entire morning for a nurse in Tampa she swapped. I'm exhausted for, I'm upheld to give, and added 1 micro-step drink, a full glass of water, before opening the phone. A sales rep in Phoenix traded, I'm scared of no, for I invite the right yes through clarity, then anchored it with a 9:05 a.m. first call and a 3-beat opening line. The world didn't suddenly soften. She softened toward truth and the world answered. Want more fire in the Jericho rhythm? Include the body. As you seal the line, tap your sternum lightly, as if stamping a signet, and take a small step forward, as if walking out of the tomb. Body is a shortcut to the unconscious. Word plus rhythm plus gesture equals a new identity template. 5 steady minutes each morning, and you're carving a groove for the soul to run an easy channel towards sufficiency. Live it a 5-minute morning funeral. 0 salt 1. Om. Box breathing 4444, hand over heart. Whisper, I choose the side of truth. 1 on za out 3 or so. Jericho rhythm. 1 declaration 7 repeats, choose 1 domain, money/relationships, health/work. 3. Asha to 50, roll the stone, 1 micro action. 3 minutes done before you pick up the phone. Mirror scripts read aloud. Money. I circulate wealth with respect and clarity. I pay clean. I give and receive with joy. Relationships. I am safe in mature love. I speak plainly and listen kindly. Work I deliver on time with serene precision. I finish what I open. Quick fix kit. If the mind scatters, trim the line to 8 to 12 words. If it feels fake, add the bridge, even if I choose for the first 7 days. If you skip the micro-step place, a physical anchor glass of water sticky note beside the mirror. Track 7 days in the mirror. Rate for energy. Clarity. Action. Aim to rise from 5-9 to 7-9 in a week. No perfection, just progress. Add a gentle soundscape, 60-70 BPM, and a light scent bergamot, oregano, to mark the ritual in body memory. I don't want you doing this alone. In the comments, write 1 line you're burying and 1 you're crowning tomorrow morning. Include your time, e.g., 6:40 a.m. and your city. Let's see a sunrise map appear. Dallas, 6:00, Boston, 6:30, San Diego, 7:10, each dot, a Jericho trumpet, sounding from a kitchen, a bathroom, a garage. After you roll your stone tap, done and drop A or. Next, resistance and unconscious contracts. Why throwaway lines become licenses for lack. How to use 3 decree phrases to tear up old contracts. I no longer answer to that name. I cancel that role. That agreement is dissolved, and how to seal the new contract with 1 small proof inside 24 hours. You've got rhythm and a mirror. Now we'll take the blade to cut the old strings from your name. Stay with me, 1 more right word and the wall falls. Tear up the unconscious contract and talk with resistance. Some contracts you never signed with ink. You signed them with your mouth, your habits, your fear. Every time you mutter, I'm always late, money never stays with me, or I'm hard to love you, stamp a red seal on an invisible agreement. Your brain and your life dutifully enforces it. So today we open a court of the soul. We name it, try it, and pronounce sentence by the word. What is an unconscious contract? It's fear marrying a story. Fear looks for a sentence to live in, I'm not enough. My family's just like this. This industry is impossible. Repeated often enough, the sentence cuts a groove in your nervous system and becomes a borrowed identity. Psychology calls it confirmation bias. You only see what matches your belief. Spiritual law calls it sowing words and reaping life. Either way, you become the name you answer to. And resistance. Not an enemy. An alarm bell. The moment you swap. I'm always late for. I'm on time by grace. Resistance rises a flutter in the chest. A sarcastic inner voice. An urge to grab your phone and forget the new line. Don't misread it as failure. That sound is old tendon separating, so new tendon can fasten to bone. Don't fight dialogue and then decree. The 3-step court. Ritual. Step 1. Summon. Name it. Stand at the mirror and say out loud, I summon the contract named. Speak the exact sentence you use. No makeup, no edits. I always choke at the end, people don't pick me. Money comes and goes. Your gaze is the witness, plain truth is the evidence. Step 2. Try cross-examine with truth. Ask, does this sentence serve me or punish me? What recent counter-evidence exists? An appreciative email. A bill you paid a person who stayed. Each counterfact punches a hole in the contract. Step 3. Sentence 3 decrees. I no longer answer to that name. Cut the borrowed identity. I cancel that role. Return the stage to truth. That agreement is dissolved. Tear up lacks license. Read slowly, clearly, rhythmically. Word is the blueprint, but you still need a brick produce proof within 24 hours, even as small as a grain of sand. Case 1. Luis El Paso. Old contract. I'm late. Clients cancel. Summon. I summon the contract, always late. Try. He lists 3 recent on-time deliveries. Sentence, I don't answer to late. I cancel the role, almost there. The agreement is dissolved. Proof, he opens every call with, I'm arriving 10 minutes early, then texts a clock photo. 2 weeks in cancellations drop. That's identity, language, behavior doing its quiet work. Case 2. Amber, Seattle. Old contract. I always choose the wrong person. Summon, I summon the contract. I get abandoned. Try. She notices 2 recent times she withdrew first, fearing intimacy. Sentence, I don't answer to, abandoned. I cancel the role, savior. The agreement is dissolved. Proof a 1 boundary line on the evening call. Thursday works for me, that protects my schedule. No guilt the next day. That's new bone growing. 3 beacons for the first 24 hours. Beacon 1, bridge line. Even if my feelings are slow, I choose truth right now. Use it when the new words feel fake. Beacon 2, 3-minute micro step. Send 1 message, close 1 loop move, $10. Use it when you stall. Beacon 3, body seal. Hand to sternum, step 1 foot forward. Use it when you fear judgment. Body stamps the decree. Core psychology. Cognitive dissonance fades as aligned behavior appears. You don't wait for feelings to allow right living. You live right so feelings can catch up. And speak from the bench, not the defendant's chair. The defendant begs. The judge issues calm orders. Practice gentle authority. No strain, no theatrics, just decisive kindness. Different tone, different life. Inherited contracts. Sometimes the sentence didn't start with you. It came from a childhood kitchen. Money is hard. Don't dream too big. We honor our parents, but we don't renew the lease. Whisper at the sink, clear but kind. Thank you, and it ends here. Then sign a new contract. This house lives under grace, not fear. Proof ban, too expensive for 1 day. Replace with not a priority, or I'll buy at the right time. That's not lying. That's dissolving the contract. Catch it in a busy day. The 3-color whistle. Red. Hear yourself say always, never stop. 5 seconds, that's contract language. Yellow body shrinks shoulders, tuck belly tight before an invite. An old role wants the stage. Green find counter evidence, say it out loud. Thanks for arriving, you're a witness to my new contract. The 4-layer contract. Map, fill 1 example per layer. Sentence words, I'm always almost there. Role behavior, spread thin across 5 tasks. Finish none. Fear root emotion, fear of being called too ambitious. Source memory/inheritance. A teacher's or parent's line from years ago. 5-minute court script, read aloud. I summon the contract. I record 2-3 counterfacts from the last 30 days. I sentence, I don't answer to that name. I cancel the role. The agreement is dissolved. 24-hour proof. A sub-3-minute step. Seal under grace and in perfect order, it is done. 10 common contracts. Your new decree. Rid with rhythm, I'm always late. I'm on time by grace. Money is hard. Money circulates in clarity. I'm bad at communication. I speak little and exact. I'm easy to abandon. I'm chosen and I choose well. I'm inconsistent. I finish clean. I'm unlucky. I meet right timing. I'm always almost there. I hit the deadline. I'm too demanding. I honor rightful needs. I don't have the money touch. I steward cash flow with respect. I fear hearing no. I invite the right yes through clarity. 24-hour proof ledger. 2 columns word, 1 brick. Log your decree and the micro step you took. Snap it nightly, email it to yourself as the day's minutes. Your turn community ritual. Post 3 lines in the comments. The contract's exact name, write the old sentence verbatim. Your 3 decrees, speak them aloud before posting. Your 24-hour proof, a 3-minute step, plus city, plus time, e.g. San Jose, 7:10 p.m. Then drop it on at least 2 people, our communal amen. If you're thinking, I'll do it when I feel confident, remember, confidence doesn't lead the word. The word leads confidence. Decree gently but decisively. Rhythm and proof will grow the rest. Speak from the throne and act like you've already won. When the unconscious contracts are torn up, the court adjourns, but the story isn't over. Freedom isn't just a verdict, it must be carried out. This is where you move from sentencing to enforcement. Stop speaking like a petitioner, speak like one entrusted. Stop acting to prove you deserve, act like one already commissioned. Florence would say your words are the architecture. Every movement in your day is the crew. To speak from the throne is to walk into any room, Zoom stand-up corner shop, a family table, and let your voice set the weather. They're peaceful yet decisive, gentle yet final. There's a subtle but decisive split between 2 tones, pleading and decreeing. Pleading keeps checking how others feel, waits for permission, ends sentences with a question mark that wasn't a question. Decreeing is measured and complete. You breathe first, then speak, and you land on a calm period. Psychology calls it embodied cognition. Your body is a container for belief. Straight spine, soft jaw, lowered shoulders, both feet grounded. Your nervous system hears. We're safe to speak truth. And doors that once felt hard to open swing on inner hinges. Before the scripts, learn the 3 layers of voice for any moment. Layer 1. The whisper to your inner child. I choose the side of truth. Layer 2. The clear voice for the facts. My aim today is. Layer 3. The decree for reality. Deliver on time, clearly in order. 3 breaths. 3 layers enough to change the chemistry of the room you're about to enter. In a culture that loves speed, half a beat slower is the highest form of speed. You avoid the cost of hurried words. Now, real-world scenes where throne tone doesn't create pressure, it creates order. Sales pitch. Teresa Dallas. Whisper, I choose the side of truth. Clear aim, help them decide, well, not impress them. Decree, I present simply and close cleanly. On mic. Thanks for being here. I'll go straight to the part that saves your team 12 hours a week. Close with a period. If we agree, I'll send the contract at 4:30 p.m. today. That's not bragging. That's closing the loop like someone who already wins. Job interview. Malik, Chicago. Whisper. I choose the side of truth. Clear aim. Illuminate the problem they need solved. Decree. I speak little and exact. When asked about weakness, he doesn't shoot himself in the foot. When priorities pile up, I tend to take on too much. I added a 15-minute closing block at day's end. Unfinished work dropped 48%. I can share last week's example if helpful. No begging for sympathy, just proof. Employers hear a finisher, not a trier. Negotiation. Hannah, Seattle. Throne tone isn't rigidity, it's clarity plus respect. I value the timeline. To deliver on schedule, the budget needs an 18% adjustment. I can optimize in 2 ways while holding quality. Would you like to reduce scope or keep scope and swap materials? You're not tug of war, you're laying tracks. That's how a winner invites others to ride with her. Repair and responsibility. Brandon, New York. People who speak from the throne aren't afraid to say I'm responsible, but they don't confuse responsibility with self-punishment. Here's my part. I underestimated testing. I'll deliver the revised file at 4:00 p.m., plus a checklist to prevent repeats. I'll update you at 2:30. No rambling. A calm period. Then at 2:30, he actually updates. Reputation compounds when words are executed. Boundaries line. San Jose. Kind boundaries are throne speech. Thank you for thinking of me. I can't join unpaid this time. If budget opens, my minimum is X. If not, I'm happy to refer A or B. Self-respect and a solution in the same breath. Boundaries teach the world how to treat your resources. This is high courtesy to both sides. Do you see the common pattern? Each scene travels through the 3 layers of voice, and every sentence drags along a 24-hour micro-action. Send the recap, set the timeship, the file, close the loop. Bricks for the blueprint you just declared. To stay on track, use the 3-3-3 micrometer. Every workday, 3 lines you'll say, opening body close, 3 actions to close the loop. Send nudge, submit 3 confirmations, receipt, kept time 1, thank you from the other side. Don't grade feelings first, grade completion. Feelings follow order. 1 powerful writing trick before a hard email: stand up. Both feet grounded, inhale. 4, exhale. 6. Draft the first sentence and the last sentence first. The first sets a shared aim, the last sets the next step. When both ends are bright, the middle writes itself. That's throne speech in writing: clear purpose, clear step, clear time. Give the text room to breathe. Don't cram 10 ideas into 1 paragraph. Outer order mirrors inner order. Many avoid speaking from the throne because they think it means speaking loudly. No. Loudness rises when inner authority is low. True authority doesn't need volume. It needs consistency between word and deed. You've practiced the morning funeral. You've held the court and torn the contracts. Now answer the world with executed periods. After 1 week, you'll hear it. You're different. Not a different person, just finally seated in your rightful chair. Keep these mini scripts in your phone as quick prompts. Pitch/proposal. Thanks for your time. I'll go straight to what saves your team each week. If we align, I'll send the contract by contact today. Follow the call with a 3 bullets recap and a send time. Interview. The core problem I see in this role is antag. Recently, I solved similar problems by orkan, resulting in hang. I propose a 2-week trial. Close the thank you note with, I'll send the 2-week framework by 5 p.m. Negotiation. To deliver on time, quality, the budget needs a 0.5% adjustment. 2 paths: reduce scope, A, or keep scope and swap materials. B, which track fits you? I'll update the options table by patent. Apology and fix. Here's my part, one track. I'll deliver the revision by Shalkan and add control step lamam so sound. I'll update you at Warchansing, then do it. Boundary. Thank you for the invite. I can't join unpaid this time. My minimum is Huaktao Gork. If that's not a fit, I can refer Ach Antao. After sending, take a 60-second walk so your nerves don't undo the boundary with a second email. Community practice in the comments. Write 1 room you'll step into within 24 hours. Meeting room checkout counter. Classroom kitchen 1 throne. Opening line you'll use, and 1 period you'll place time, document next step. Add city plus time, Boston, 3:15 p.m. When you see others' posts, drop A if they set a clear destination and A if they promised a document. That's how we lay tracks for one another. Next episode, the 7-day resurrection challenge. 1 decree, 1 action, 1 proof slip, and 1 group ritual each day to shift a family language from scarcity to sufficiency. You've learned to speak from the throne and to act like you've already won. Now we'll make it a 7-day rhythm, so not just you but your whole house hears the walls fall. The 7-day resurrection challenge, rewriting your family line with the word. It's time to turn awareness into a living rhythm. The next 7 days aren't a let's see experiment. They're a gentle, steady covenant between you and truth. Each day holds a small funeral for the old voice and a coronation for the new identity. You will speak, you will do one tiny thing, and you will log a proof slip like a faithful steward. No drama, no force, just right rhythm, right word, right deed. Treat your home. Houston House, Brooklyn Studio, Tempe Dorm as a sanctuary of the word. On the door tape, a note, under grace and in perfect order. Each morning touch it, like you're touching a flight map, and whisper, "Today I fly this route." The 7-day schedule. Each day morning, microstep, evening day. 1. Reclaim the right to name, revoke, and release. Morning word. I revoke every old name. I am called rightly under grace. Microstep, Iord 3 min. Remove 7 unused items. Torn shirt, old bill. You're not spring cleaning. You're making room for the new identity. Evening proof. Write 1 line. Today I landed in the new reality by core psychology. Less old stimulation helps your attention filter RAS register the new command more clearly. Day 2. The law of substitution and rhythm. Replace and repeat morning. Choose one 8 to 12 word, I am. Read it 7 times to your breath. Jericho rhythm. Example, I deliver on time, clear and serene. Microstep. Close. 1 dangling loop in under 3 minutes, reply received. Book a 15-minute finish block. Evening, check on your rolled the stone sheet. Core psychology rhythm, turn sentences into neural patterns. Microsteps reduce cognitive dissonance. Day 3, gentle boundaries, boundaries and blessing. Morning, I am kind and unmistakably clear about limits. Microstep, send 1 boundary line, schedule, scope, or price for a specific situation. Evening name. 1 thing you protected, time, energy. Core psychology. Boundaries are self-respect in motion. They teach the world how to treat you. Day 4, the flow of provision, provision and circulation. Morning. Money circulates through me in respect and clarity. Microstep. Circulate $10 with intent. Pay. A small bill on time, tip $1. With a blessing, move $10 to your safety fund. Evening log 3, clean transactions, clear source, clear destination. Core psychology. Small actions create fresh evidence. Circulation language lowers money stress tone. Day 5, healing language for relationships, honor and repair. Morning, I am safe in mature love. Microstep, speak 1 clean sentence into a relationship short. Apology, specific thank you, evidence-based compliment. Evening record and 1 moment of closeness that grew from clean speech. Core psychology. Clean words deactivate defense reflexes. Trust grows by small repeated acts. Day 6, execution and delivery vocation and finish morning. I don't procrastinate, I deliver. Microstep, finish the nearest due item. Send a 3-bullet status to stakeholders, done. Doing. Next. Evening grade your 3 lines spoken, 3 loops closed, 3 confirmations received. Core psychology, identity-based habits. Each short finish reinforces, I am a finisher. Day 7. Witness and weave, the family language. Witness and weave. Morning. This house lives under grace, not fear. Family/group right. Gather at the table or couch. Each person names 1 old label buried and 1 new name crowned. Microstep. Write a 7-sentence testimony, present tense about the week. Stick it on the fridge or share with the group. Evening. Celebrate simply sunset walk candle. Warm tea. Core psychology. Public words create gentle accountability and seed a new household language. Golden rule: 1 sentence. 1 microstep. 1 proof per day. Less but steady beats, more but sporadic. Do this today. 1. Print in A4 7 days. 7 marks board. Column A. Today's sentence, 8 to 12 hymn. Words. Column B microstep, 3 minutes. Column C proof screenshot. Receipt check mark. Column D, one-line feeling, no long analysis. Post it where you'll see it, fridge desk. 2. The 7x7 sentence bank, pick one daily. Sufficiency, I steward cash flow with clarity and joy. Discipline, I choose the right thing before the easy thing. Communication, I speak little, exact and with weight. Boundaries, I'm kind and unmistakably clear about limits. Emotional therapy, even if feelings lag, I stand on truth. Serene speed, I go half a beat slower to be twice as precise. Grace, all things arrive to me under grace and on time. 3. 7-minute group ritual, Zoom, living room. Minute synchronized, 4-4-4-4 breathing. Minutes 2-4 each reads today's line 7 times in rhythm. Minutes 5-6 each declares a micro-step to be done before 9 p.m. Minute 7 shared a man under grace and in perfect order. 4. 2 rescue phrases when you lose the beat. Bridge, even if the feeling is slow, I choose truth now. Seal, under grace and in perfect order, it is done. 5. Measure progress without mood bias. Money count of on-time closes, not the dollar amount. Relationships count of clean sentences per day. Tight apology, specific thank you. Work count of 3 bullet status notes sent. A word for day, 4 resistance days, 3 to 4. When the old voice often yells, quit, this changes nothing. That is not failure. It's the sound of a new groove being cut deep enough to hold. Don't bargain. Return to rhythm sentence. Breath. Microstep. You're not pretending. You're training your nervous system for a healthier identity. Add a body seal if helpful. Tap the sternum as you speak. After the microstep, clap once. Bodies love loop closing signals. Your comment ritual community map. Post your 7-day plan. City time. Window of Fall Sol, Nashville, 6:20 a.m. Day 1 sentence you choose. First micro step, 3 minutes you'll do today. After each day, reply to your own comment with a single keyword like rolled, plus, or and, amen, at least 2 others with a. Let's stitch a sunrise map across America, Boston, Dallas, Phoenix, Portland, each heart a little Jericho trumpet from your kitchen, bathroom, or garage. If you want deeper companionship, recruit an accountability buddy and text each other nightly, proof slips, sent email, paid bill. Boundary line. No judgment, just witnessing. 7 days will move quickly, but the speak do prove current you build will remain. In the finale, we'll gather the whole journey into one 2-minute closing decree to seal week 1, plus a gentle CTA. How to repeat the 7-day cycle, how to write testimonies, so seeds take root, and how to make your home a clean speech ecosystem for everyone in it. Keep the rhythm with me, one more right sentence, and you'll hear the wall fall. When the wall falls, new wind enters. Under grace and in perfect order. If you've traveled with me this far, something important has already shifted. You're done decorating the old grave, you're ready to walk out. We learned to change the sentence instead of wrestling with the past, to hold a mourning funeral, so the old voice can rest, to convene a court of the soul and tear up unconscious contracts, to speak from the throne and act like one already commissioned, and to turn it all into a 7-day rhythm. Now we seal it, not loud, just clear. Hand over heart. One slow breath. Whisper, steady and final, I no longer answer to the old names. I walk in gentle order. I speak right, do right, reap right. All arrives to me under grace and on time. This is the last key, not to convince the universe, but to pick a side, to stand with truth in every word, every deed, every day. Now, a closing ritual in the comments, simple but powerful. Write one old sentence you're burying, and one new sentence you're crowning. Add your city, the time you'll practice tomorrow, e.g., Austin, 6:30 a.m. When you finish, reply to your own comment with the keyword rolled plus or you are not alone. Every amen we leave for each other is a Jericho trumpet in Dallas, Boston, Phoenix, Portland. And old walls fall faster when we march in step. If this video nourished you, subscribe and ring the bell so each morning you have a friend to keep the rhythm. Not for numbers, for momentum. Save this to your My Morning playlist. Send it to a friend who's ready to change their sentence and write one line in your notebook. I speak, I do, I prove. Small seeds, lasting miracles. The 2-minute night seal read aloud. Today I chose truth with one sentence and one deed. I did not bargain with the old voice. I close this day in quiet. Tomorrow I open my eyes and my mouth before anything else. I call myself by my right name. I deliver on time. I love in the right way. I am upheld in every step. Under grace, in perfect order, it is finished. Keep the rhythm. What's next? In the next video, we'll go deeper on maintaining rhythm after 7 days, turning testimony into a household habit, and answering real-life questions: how to speak rightly when emotions are tangled, how to set boundaries with family, how to avoid overcorrecting when you affirm. We'll continue gentle and steady because the power of the word always stands on the soft side. And if you remember just one thing today, remember this: you don't wait for life to renew before you speak differently. You speak differently and life renews. Keep the rhythm, keep the word, and let grace do the rest. End of day 3 tick checklist. What sentence did I speak? What sub 3-minute microstep did I do? What proof do I have? Photo receipt check mark. 7-sentence testimony present tense, keep it short. Today I stood on the side of truth. My sentence: I did. I noticed a body-mind shift. One small door opened. I seal it under grace and on time. Tomorrow I continue. 2 rescue phrases when rhythm slips. Bridge. Even if the feeling is slow, I choose truth right now. Seal it is finished in gentle order. Gentle channel reminders. Add this to your morning ritual playlist, set a 5-minute reminder, and invite one ally to read the 2-minute night seal with you for 7 consecutive evenings.